This video is sponsored by MOOSOO. Well, time for yet another unboxing. So let's see what's in here. So what we have is another MOOSOO Stickvac, but this one's got a few extra twists that we haven't seen before. So this is a Model S2, and let's see here. We're going to open this. Parts. So let's see, I guess first off we have the manual here and a warranty card. And we have some parts. There's a wand. This looks like it can extend. Yep. So another extendable wand. That's kind of handy. Space saver. Let's see if I can put this over here, maybe. And we'll do this piece next, this combination tool. So it's kind of like the white with the black accent motif. That's pretty sharp. See, this looks like some kind of a filter. Probably an extra filter. Got some mounting parts, mounting screws in there. We have this crevice tool. It's solid white. And now I can take this top piece of packing off. And here is the main floor nozzle. Oh, look at that. The color. Isn't that something? That's kind of like a teal. I don't know how it shows up on your monitor. Nice soft rubber wheels. That's great. Nice soft brush roll, one part of it. And then this other bristle strip. That is stiff. We've seen that before. Have a mounting bracket here. Figure out how that goes. Something slides in there, obviously, and something clicks onto this part. And now we have the main vacuum assembly. Whoops. And I happen to actually request this because it's the first Stickvac that I've really tested that's supposed to have a high-end HEPA filter. So I think they claim that it's supposed to be H12, and also it's got this removable battery. So we saw this before in the red Kaival video, but this is supposed to have a removable HEPA filter right here. And it's from the bottom, right? It literally goes on and off from the bottom. So you use it, and I guess rather than having anything blow, say, up in your face or blow literally out the rear, well, it can't because there's a battery here, the exhaust is supposed to come out the bottom. So I thought that was fairly unique, and that's why I actually requested this for review. How about that? All right, let's take a closer look at all this. And that is everything that's in the box. All right, let's take a closer look at all these parts here. So I thought this was really kind of interesting because, as I mentioned earlier, it's got a filter that's on the bottom of the handle. So if we try to disassemble this and see just how far it comes apart, of course, you got the battery and you've got the filter here that just pops off. Push the button, no big deal there. And if you want to take this apart further, it's a little different than other machines. So the bottom of the bin pops down like you would normally expect, but if you want to go and get further inside the cyclonic assembly, this actually just pulls out. I thought maybe it was like a positive twist click, but it's not. So it just pushes in, and then you can give it just a little twist to come out, but it's not any type of a clicking mechanism in there. And you can see that they've given you an extra filter. So here's this filter in here. It needs to be in there, and you have two. And then if you wanted to take this a little further apart, you can only do one more step without tools. You can twist the bottom part of the bin out. And I suppose if you had to go and take this piece off right here, you would need, looks like you need a specialized screwdriver to fit in there. I see 4 screws that are in there. But you would need tools in order to take this farther apart. So this is as far apart as MOOSOO wants you to go normally, so without tools. And I don't have that much of a charge, so I'm going to have to spend some time charging this. It's got a bunch of little LED lights on here, and I think I just went down to 1. So let's see. I can pop that in there. And then this just slides right up in here. And this does have a small alignment. Let's see if I can figure out where that is. And click. Okay, that's it. What else? Battery goes in. And then the filter goes on the bottom like so. And that clicks on. All right, so that's a positive lock. The power switch for this, there's no trigger, okay? There's nothing. You can squeeze all you want, nothing's going to happen, is on the back of the battery. So push that, and then you have a battery life light, which is just 1. And here's your speed. And notice I only have 1 light, so I am going to have to charge this up. And then let's see, we can go and put on this right here, and the wand extends, so that's great, or contracts. And then you can put on your floor brush. And I noticed that this setup here does not come with a mini brush. So this is pretty much what you're going to be using most of the time for your flooring. Let's see, what else? So your mounting bracket / tool holder. That's a little unusual as well. So it has this clip here in the back, and that is going to fit in there like this. So it's going to hang from the wall, and then you can probably put your tools on here. One there, and I guess there's one there. And of course, this be right here, and then it would, hang on the wall like that. But the hook right here is on the filter. So the filter provides the ability for this thing to actually hook on. So that's kind of different. So when you're hanging this thing on the wall, it's going to hang like this. Obviously, farther up than what I'm showing you in this particular shot. But there you go. That's it. Now, I need to charge this, and then I will return for a little bit of test dirt pickup. Let's take a closer look at the underside of this power nozzle. So, like you have seen with other Stickvacs, I'm going to take some kind of a coin to unlock the brush roll. I'll pick that out. And then you can, get to whatever it is you need to get to, hair wrap, whatever. And they have this nifty little tool here. And then, this has like a comb right here. I guess that could help you comb out some, well, whatever it is you need to comb out. And this is a hook type of device. So if this is wrapped with hair, you could probably hook underneath it and, tear the hair out that way. So I can't wait to actually try this when I get my wife's 2-foot-long hair wrapped around that brush roll, because it's going to happen at some point in time. Let's see here, and click, and then it's reinstalled. Now, there's these little brushes right here, and I looked in the manual to see what MOOSOO wanted you to do with these things, because you could brush anything, it doesn't really matter, but they had an interesting use for it, something that I hadn't really seen before. If we take the post-motor HEPA filter out, they actually suggested at some point in time, obviously this is totally clean now, using this to, look at how great that fits in there, to clean out the built-up carbon dust particles, because that really should be the only type of particles that you get in here, because it's a post-motor filter. It's not a pre-motor filter. So that's a pretty interesting little device, and I can't wait to actually see how fast this builds up with carbon dust. And the battery now, I spent, it was over 4 hours to charge this thing from basically almost dead to completely full. I didn't look at the time specifically, but it was definitely around the 4-hour range. And this is going to go in here like that, and now we have all the lights, high and low power. So how about we put this together and do my typical basic carpet and bare floor tests. First run of the MOOSOO S2, and I'm going to run it on its highest power setting. Wand extended, here we go. Oh, dog food, Quaker oats, and rice. Not bad. So if you didn't see earlier in the video, this power nozzle, the whole front, I'm going to say about 1/2 inch, is literally open. So it's going to be able to pick up large, tall debris. Okay, here's our bare floor test. Again, we have the dog food, the Quaker oats, the rice, and then we've added sand and baking soda. And I wanted to show you just in general how easily this new machine, I've only used it for a minute or two, goes together. A lot of new machines I get, the fitment of the plastic is so stiff, it can be a struggle to get it actually on and off. And this is not loose at all, it just fits well. So I want to congratulate MOOSOO for that. I'm not having any type of struggles or stress or anything like that putting this whole machine together. Okay, so we're going to run it on high and see what happens. Yep, that's a clean sweep. Okay, more difficult stuff. Oh, it's kicking it. That's not too bad. Yep, that kicks it a bit. Here, let me collect what it kicks. So this didn't really kick a whole lot when it was on carpet, but on bare floor, it's going to kick. So let me collect what it kicked, or as much of it as I can. Some went, I'm now behind the camera. Some went a few feet behind the camera. So there's always some type of compromise. All right, hope you can see that. We have some rice and some dog food. And oh, some kick back here. It's a little bit of rice. One oat. Yep. Oh, still kicking. All right, so we're still kicking. So time to change ends. Let's see. I will choose this. And this does not have any type of, it doesn't click on anything. No matter how you do it. You can put it in either way and it just sits there. Okay, all right, well, it is what it is. Let me put it up a little bit farther than that. Now, let's try this. No, this doesn't actually have any type of positive clickage. It just on and off. Okay, so I mean this comes forward and backward, but that's kind of interesting. All right, that's actually kind of loose, a little surprising. Let me recollect the stuff that it spit and pick it up. How about for the last test, we do something that's probably going to be a little on the unfair side. I have a blob of my wife's hair right there, and it's full length. It's over 24 inches, over 2 feet long. And that is, to be frank, far more hair in one spot than she would deposit over my, say, 1,000 square feet of carpet cleaning. So I'm going to do my best to spread this out as much as possible. You won't be able to see it on the carpet because you like brown on brown, that kind of thing. But we'll see what we can do because I want to try that tool to see how well it can pick out hair from the brush roll. So I'm kind of hoping that hair is going to wrap around the brush roll a little bit. But this is certainly too much hair to use for a test like this because I don't experience that amount of hair when I do whole house cleaning. So here we go with our unfair hair wrap test. So here it is right here, and I'm going to spread that out as much as I can, but it's going to come up in some clumps, I suppose. See, I could do a better job than that. Get rid of this. Spread that out. And I'm at the point now where I cannot see the hair anymore as of about now. So it's no longer clumpy. So here we go. Again, I'm going to run it on high, and let's see how much hair wrap we get. It is medium to push, by the way. It's neither light nor it is difficult. So it's just medium. I can definitely see some hair wrap happening. I think I've covered everything. The sound is actually pretty nice that this makes. There isn't a lot of high-pitched squealing. So yeah, we got hair wrap. Oh, we got hair wrap. Big time hair wrap. So let me bring you in closer. I guess you could leave the brush roll in if you wanted to, but since you can fairly easily take it out, let's just go ahead and remove it. See, we have some wrap around that spindle there. So move this off to the side. So that's what we got to deal with. So I'm not sure that, you know, the comb here is really the right way to do this, but well, it works a little. Okay, all right. It can gather it up. That's not bad. But let's see. I'm going to slide this up underneath the bristles. Ooh, that's nice. Now I can really grab it here. And, okay, so it grabs it and it cuts it. Okay, that's nice. Then I can just pull the rest of it off, I suppose. I wonder, does this cap come off? Well, if it does, it doesn't come off easily. So, let's see. Just kind of put that underneath there. You know, comb it. There you go. You comb it up a little bit, I suppose. And kind of grab it like this, and then we collect it. Yeah, look at all that. There you go. So it comes off fairly easily. This isn't that bad. I've dealt with brush rolls that are much more difficult than this to deal with, that's for sure. All of you that have really long hair somewhere in your household, you know what this is like, and it slides right off. All right, great. Does not really stick a whole lot. That's cool. All right, I'll move that off to the side. All right, that did a nice job. That helps, you know, that helps a bit. Now let's put this back in. It's got a little bit of an orientation. One more hair. Always one more hair. Fit that in, and now let's use my little coin to lock that. So stay tuned for a lot more tests with all my Stickvacs, you know, dedicated sand, baking soda, that kind of thing. So I've just had so many machines come in, I'm trying to, you know, get to them as quickly as possible. I would say on first observation, oh, here's some hair that made it into the bin. There, that's what made it into the bin, along with some carpet fluff and whatever else from the previous tests here that we just did. I suppose the biggest thing that I have some concern over is the fitment of these tools right here, because they just kind of go on and it's a pressure fit. There's no positive click, and this comes off fairly easily. So if you're sitting there and you're pushing it, I mean, let's be realistic, it's not going to come off. But at some point in time, with some other wear and tear, this pressure fit might not necessarily be enough. So I missed that in the initial unboxing, seeing that, you know, we have all these positive click type of fitment in here, you know, an adjustment. But what we really miss is on the accessories. I'm not sure why there isn't this located also on here and here. So MOOSOO, I guess, some people might actually want that. Maybe it doesn't make a whole lot of difference, you know, for some people, but you have positive click fitments for essentially everything else, but not these. Okay, so thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more videos.